flexibility throughout the publishing process, professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the publishing industry. And as always, you will retain 100% of the rights to your book.
I was looking to find a company that I could trust, one that assisted in the editing process completely.
The most important qualities that I was looking for was a publisher who was honest and upfront, no hidden costs or fees, and owning the rights to my own work.
Christian Faith Publishing will publish, market, and sell your books in all major bookstores, online booksellers, as well as specialty Christian bookstores. Call for your free author submission kit.
800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. That's 800-978-4812.
Here's important new information from the Diabetes Solution Center for you, a family member, or a loved one suffering with diabetes. If you have lost your provider, or if you need a provider for diabetic supplies, you may qualify to receive your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. All you need is Medicare or private insurance to be potentially eligible. Call the Diabetes Solution Center right now for details. Just takes a couple of minutes. Our friendly, knowledgeable agents will give you free, no-obligation information, handle all the insurance paperwork, and make sure your supplies are delivered directly to your door for free.
Call U.S. Medical Supply 24 hours a day. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. Call right now. 800-597-9323.
Out of deck carpet giving you the blues? Tired of your old dingy and broken tile? Let my friends at the Floor Store in Cleburne, Texas give your home the makeover it deserves. This is Old Taco Joe coming to you for the Floor Store. Whether it's carpet, tile, wood flooring, or real wood laminate, the Floor Store can cover all of your flooring needs. Located at 405 West Henderson Street in Cleburne, Texas, owner Brent Harris can help. Shower tile, tub surrounds, even backsplashes. Give them a call today at 817-641-9444. The Floor Store, they've got you covered.
Hey, Jill, congratulations on your son getting into the college of his dreams and with a full scholarship, too. Yes, we are so proud of him. You know, I have to be honest. I'm a bit worried about our daughter getting into college. It's so competitive out there, and I feel overwhelmed with where to start. I completely understand. Listen, I felt the same way, and then I met Dr. Gina of Education Prep Centers. She put a plan in place that helped our son stand out in the admissions process and that gave us a peace of mind for how to create a financial roadmap for his future. Wow, that's great. Sounds like I need to give her a call. Yes, she definitely helped our son find the perfect college, meet all his deadlines, and help us feel less anxious about the whole process. You need to reach out to her. Just check out educationprepcenters.com and set up a complimentary assessment with Dr. Gina. You'll be so glad you did. Education Prep Centers, college admissions made easy.
When you're hungry for tender brisket or some delicious homemade cobbler, then look no further than Leach Brothers Barbecue, located at 1106 East Henderson, Cleburne, Texas. Leach Brothers has been family-owned and operated since 1950. Take it from me, Taco Joe Orwinski. Todd and his family have been filling my belly breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a long time. Heck, I even have my own booth, open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Come see them for dine-in, carry-out, and all your catering needs.
Joco Community Radio. Listen live at tunein.com.
Hello. There we go. All right. Have to get these mics down. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Positivity Toolbox with your host, me, Diana Roberts, and life coach and all kinds of other hats. You know, I'm sure you guys have heard if you've listened to all my other shows. Yes. So I've got the wonderful Brittney with me. She is one of my good friends. I love her very much.
Good morning. Love you too, dear.
And tell us a little bit about you so that I know you've been on a couple of the shows these last couple of
It's
weeks.
been
I've brought
fun.
you
I
on.
felt honored. Yes. And you and another friend of ours has had me on hers as well. And it's been fun. So I am Brittney Turner. I am a local real estate agent as well as the owner and operator of a mobile bar called The Drink Horse. And I also am a mobile notary. I'm a mom of 2 daughters, a whole 9 yards. You name it, we do it. It's what you do as a woman. And in my opinion, you wear many hats. But happy to be on here with you discussing how to juggle all those things and still maintain a positive mindset.
Absolutely. Because that is the biggest challenge.
Yes.
And I know, what made me want to have this conversation this morning was, just you and I having a conversation. And it helped me to realize and to think about, wow, Brittney and I should talk about this because this is something that impacts both of us on a daily. And especially in being in real estate, like I'm also a realtor in case those of you listening did not know, which most of you do. But so it's definitely a challenge to continue with a positive mindset and to have a positive vocabulary. And I really feel that having a positive vocabulary is where it starts. If you have still a lot of that negativity that you've heard that's been pushed on you as a child and even as a young adult, as a woman, you have all of these things that have been said to us throughout time, right?
Yes.
That have an effect, or that can, I shouldn't say have, they can have an effect on you.
Right.
And the reason I say can is because we don't have to allow them. And that's something we're going to talk about today, because I feel like a lot of times our human nature, we forget that. We forget that we have the power to not allow those words that others say to us affect us in a negative way.
Absolutely.
Right.
And to use the tools that hopefully we can share today of when you start thinking those words or you start using those words, that you pause, you rethink, and you reuse other words that are a positive affliction on you instead of a negative affliction. So it's very important to do that for sure. And hopefully with all you guys listening, that we'll be able to help you all a little bit today.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that as well. Very much so.
Yes.
So I know you do something that I do, which is awesome.
Yes.
We have our whole mirror full of what?
Positive affirmations. The
It's
bathroom mirror where you start your day.
Yes. And I love that. I love that when you told me that, I was like, oh my gosh, we are kindred spirits. Yes, we are. Because it's very important to have that, right? Because you want to start your day off right. And the first thing that we do every morning is brush our teeth and look in the mirror while we're brushing our teeth. Right.
And that's honestly also the time that most of us, especially women, are most critical on ourselves because we have no makeup on.
Right.
We just woke up. We're not dressed in our best outfits. We're in our jammies or whatever we're wearing, And so you're looking in the mirror and you're just thinking, ugh. And instead of thinking, ugh, you need to look at your mirror and look at all the positive mindset things that are there. And it doesn't have to be like, if you're thinking, oh, well, that's so dumb, or I'm not going to put like I rock or this, that. You don't have to put stuff like that. You can put things on there like today is going to be a great day, or I'm promising to myself that I'm going to be nice to myself today, or things like that. It can be all those things. It doesn't have to be the cliche little weird things that people think are stupid. I have on my mirror in the very center, it says, never settle for less than you deserve. And that covers so many things. It doesn't just one aspect of your day. It's every part of your day.
Yes.
So if you start your day with things like that, or like for me, I have the bar. So it's a brand new bar. It's a brand new business. Same with my realtor business. But I have at the top of my mirror, just above that one of never settle for less than you deserve, it says that my bar will be successful. I will be a loving and kind example for my children. And I will, something else like, and I will be a positive and loving example for my children in Jesus' name. Amen. And so all just things like that, anything, put a prayer on there, put a Bible verse, put whatever it is that works for you, but it's really important.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think one that I have on mine, and I know in time I have grown to know this to be true, but it did take a while, but I still have it on my mirror because it's very important. Because like you said, us being women, and the funny thing is men do this too, to be honest.
Yeah, they do.
Men also are critical about themselves, especially when they start to age.
Yeah.
They really get critical on
Oh,
themselves.
God forbid they start losing their hair.
Oh, right. I know. It's okay, guys. We don't mind bald men.
We
don't. We like bald
Y'all
men
look
too.
real hot in your baseball caps. It's okay.
That's right. And without in the bedroom,
And
if
that
it's not
too.
then smooth.
Exactly.
Although my husband has really long hair, so I'm not really the best one to have this conversation. Although I will say, like my ex-husband before him was bald.
Yeah. See?
So, you know, hey,
it's all about the personality.
it
guys.
is. It's not about the hair. It's about the personality. Like that. It's the same thing a guy would say to us,
Yeah,
right?
like we don't care about your hair. We don't care about your makeup. Blah blah blah.
Oh, wait. Tiffany's like, hey, now Todd has been shaving his head for 23 years. LOL. I know. And he looks so good.
See,
Like there
I
are
don't know,
guys
yeah.
that look really good
do.
with bald heads.
Yeah.
And Todd's one of them for sure, Tiffany. I agree.
But I
like
do
it.
have to we do have to, as women, understand, because I mean, not many of us lose our hair. I mean, unless it's alopecia or something, or alopecia. Sorry if I mispronounced that. But so to try to like understand why guys are freaking out about it, because half the time when you see older men, they're bald. Like it's just something that happens to men.
Yeah.
So men out there, look at yourself in the mirror and say, bald is beautiful.
Yes, exactly. Bald is beautiful. Long
we're gonna
hair
love
is
you anyway.
too, because, you know, I got to say that.
Yes, that is too. I mean, all of it is. Just
All
like
of it
when
is,
men
yeah.
say about us women, like, oh, you hate your scars, you hate your stretch marks, you hate this, but we think it's beautiful. It's like,
Exactly.
it's just personal opinion.
Yeah, they want a mommy body. Like we
Yeah.
keep thinking we got to be like anorexic skinny. I'm like, no.
Oh, 90%
I like
of the
meat
men
on my
talk to,
bones.
yeah, 90%
Okay.
of the men I talk to say no, thank you.
Meat on my bones.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, so one of the things though, I do put on there though that I am beautiful.
Yes, I have that on my full length mirror.
Right.
So when I'm dressed or not dressed or walking by, in the top corner it says,
I am beautiful.
Mhm.
Yeah, no matter what, I am. This is a vessel.
Yes.
We're just walking around in a vessel. Our beauty really is more in depth. It's more inside than it is on the outside. Yeah. Because it was like, okay, so this is funny. I'm going to actually talk about this because this was hilarious. So yesterday, when my husband got home, I had this movie playing and he kind of wanted to watch it with me. So I restarted it. Right.
Okay.
And when I restarted it, and it's called, cute me or something like that. Something cute.
Okay.
I'll have to look it up. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I can't
No,
remember
you're
at the
good.
moment, but, the guy that plays the main character, like this girl was like really fighting. You'll have to watch it. It's super cute. And it's kind of
Hence the
funny.
name
It's got
Cute
some comedy.
Something.
Yeah. It's cute something. Yes, exactly. But he's not the most attractive man that I
Okay.
would have,
Picked for that role, maybe.
yeah, right. But honestly, like his personality and who he is,
Mhm.
while you're watching the show, you're like, he's so cute.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah,
he's a
absolutely.
good looking guy.
Yeah.
And my husband goes, you just like ugly men.
Oh, you're like, what does that say about you, honey?
Oh, he says it all the time. He's like, I don't know what you see in me. Like, really? I'm like,
Aw,
stop it. You're
that's sweet.
gorgeous.
My boyfriend
Yeah.
says the same thing.
I know. It's it's like
I'm
ridiculous.
like, honey, you're handsome. And then he goes, yeah, I know. I'm like, then shut up.
Right. But honestly, I like that he is like that at times because I know that he knows he's good looking. Because I watch him sometimes when he's driving, looking in the mirror,
Oh, checking himself out.
checking himself
Nice.
out like randomly. I'm like, you're so ridiculous. Like
That's
who
too
does? I
funny.
don't do that. Like I'll check my lipstick,
Yeah.
at stop signs, but not like, oh yeah.
I'll have to
look
admit,
good.
sometimes when my makeup's on point, I'm like, ooh, your makeup looks good today.
I like it. Okay, maybe I should do this
Yeah,
more.
you
It might be
should,
a thing
yeah.
I need to do.
Some
Okay.
positive affirmations for yourself. Like, hey, I
Exactly.
look good today.
I look very good
Yeah.
today. Not well, I do look good today. Even though I don't have makeup
we're both in
on.
our workout stuff, so it
Exactly.
is what
Oh,
it is.
I forgot to turn my phone down. All right. So, but that's one of the things that I do feel is very important to have on there
Mhm.
because a lot of times, look, I'm going to put it like this. And this is what I was telling my husband. This
Mhm.
is why I wanted to tell that
Yeah.
story because I said, you know what, babe? It's not really his outside appearance that is attractive to me. It's the person that he is, that he's
100%.
reflecting and he's presenting in this movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the person that I think is a good looking man.
Right.
And
Yeah.
and I said, and more people need to understand that because not everybody, just like him, and he's not into men or anything, but he didn't think that was attractive man.
Yeah.
So if he were one way or the other, he would not probably approach that man.
Right.
But I would have
Mhm.
because I looked, and my husband's like that too, though. He doesn't look at just appearance. He does look at the beauty within too.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. But it's always, it's about
It's what we're programmed to believe
It-
is attractive.
exactly.
Or beautiful or yeah.
Right. And so I think like even though somebody may have told you in your past that you're not cute or you're not pretty or you're
Or
ugly
fat,
or you're
you're
fat.
skinny,
Yeah.
or mhm.
Yeah. Don't listen to any of that.
Yep.
Because that's one person's perception and an opinion.
Yep. And there are billions of people in this world, and I guarantee you 99% of them are not going to say anything negative about you.
Right.
There's always that 1% that has to be the a-hole.
Yeah.
And ruin your day, ruin your month because you allow it to, which is the big thing we're talking about today.
Yeah.
We're allowing this negativity, this negative talk, this negative representation of who we are, like come into our lives and seep into our bones and live there.
Yeah.
Kick that crap out of there. Evict that stuff, like put in the good stuff. Somebody says, oh, you're you're looking kind of chubby lately, blah, blah, blah. So, well, you know what? I'm really happy. So maybe that's the happy showing. Like, you know,
Right.
change it. Like, you know what? Maybe I did put on 5 pounds, but maybe that's because I'm happy and I haven't been worrying about being rail thin so that I can find a date or whatever.
Right.
You know, it's just change the mindset. Screw that person, to be
Right.
honest.
Tell them curves are
Yeah,
in, baby. Have you not
exactly.
seen the magazines? Curves are in, baby. All right.
Mhm.
You want a skinny girl? That's okay. You go ahead, baby. But I'm going to have my curves. Okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
exactly. Curves cause swerves, honey.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, curves cause eyes to look further.
They
Okay.
swerve.
What? I saw that. Whoa. But yeah,
Mhm.
that's the thing. And you know, I really strongly believe that a lot of times when we have those negative words, we can hold on to, and when we hold on
Absolutely.
to them,
Yeah.
that's what keeps our limitations. That's what
Mhm.
limits us from actually finding true
Yeah.
love sometimes,
Yeah.
right? Because we have ourselves in this little this negative box
Mhm.
that people put us in, and we just keep it locked
Yeah,
for some
because we think
reason.
that that's what we are when you
Yeah.
aren't what you're told. You are who you believe you are and who you
Yeah.
strive to be. And it does, as you said earlier, start a lot of the time from childhood. Like for me, I was a very, very heavy kid, heaviest kid in my school other than another boy. And I was brutally teased for years, even by my own sister.
Mm.
And it was to the point where and I've just recently started to get better with looking at myself differently. Like I've had body dysmorphia for like the last 10 years
Same.
and looking in the mirror thinking that I am fatter than all heck when I'm a size 4. Like, are you kidding me? Like that's ridiculous, but it's in your mind because
It
you were
is.
told it for so long. Like it was to the point where I would walk onto the school bus. And by the way, if you're a bus driver and you're hearing these things and these kids are saying things to each other like
Nip
that,
it in the
you
butt.
need to say something. If you don't feel comfortable saying it on the bus because of the whole gang mentality, which does happen sometimes, go to the principal, talk to the principal, let the principal know which child it is and let them handle it. Because you know what? It is so detrimental to a child to hear things like this every single day. I used to get on the bus and every single person on the bus would start oinking.
Oh,
So my nickname in school was Miss Piggy. And that was what I was called everywhere I went on the bus. Didn't matter. The bus driver never said a stinking word, you know, and it just sticks with you forever. And then my sister at home, she would come up to me, poke me in the belly and go, hee hee, Pillsbury Doughboy and stuff like that.
no,
So
no, no.
you can't get rid of that. And
No.
I mean, you can, but it takes years and years and years of number one, therapy, counseling. I'm a huge advocate for counseling. If you don't know how to fix it, talk to someone. And
Absolutely.
then positive affirmations. Like I've read so many self-help books and you are beautiful, you are this, you are that. So it really can live with you forever if you don't try to see yourself in what you truly are. And as a person, it's not about your weight, it's not about your looks, it's about who are you? Are
Yes.
you a beautiful person? If God was to look at your heart, or if someone was to look at your heart and your nature, your human nature, what would they see? Would they
Right.
see ugly and hateful and mean, or would they see beautiful, kind, and loving? If they see beautiful, kind, and loving, you are beautiful, kind, and loving. You aren't a size 5 or a size 10 or any of those things, or an A cup when you wish you were a D cup,
Right.
or bald or with hair, man. So, you know,
Exactly.
it's
Or or dad bod or not dad
exactly. And
bod,
dad
you
bods are
know?
awesome. So
Yeah,
that's all
dad
right.
bods are awesome. Like I ain't got no problems
Yeah.
with that.
So it's horrible sometimes, but
Yes.
you can do it.
Right. And I think that's what needs to be more focused in our world today. I
Mhm.
do. And I feel like it's been something, of course, that's been dragging on for years. But I like something that you said, but I do want to touch on that just a
Yeah.
little bit more because I think that, you know, knowing your and changing your mindset and definitely talking to somebody and all of that is really amazing stuff. But the biggest thing is let go of that past.
Mhm.
Let go of the past negativity that has occurred in your life.
Mhm.
And I know I'm saying that and you're like, I've been trying to let go. I can't. Yes, you can.
Well,
Yes, you
that's why I brought up the
can.
counseling, because some people
Right.
don't have the tools to know how to let it go.
Exactly.
And
And
that's yeah.
seeking counseling and
Mhm.
being with a counselor or even a life coach.
Yep. Life
Even a life
coach.
coach, they can give you those tools that are needed to be able to break you away
Mhm.
from that past.
Absolutely.
Because the past is what hinders us, everybody.
Mhm.
It really is. And the past is what can either make you or break you.
Yep. Absolutely.
And it's all in what you're allowing to occur and happen.
Mhm.
We have full control. And this is something I was telling you too. We have control over ourselves, but not
Ah,
over others.
yep.
Right.
Mhm.
And so if you can control you, and you're controlling who you are and what you're doing, and you're putting out positivity and love and embracing all of that and projecting that in your energy, because we're all made of energy.
Yeah.
And so if you're projecting that with your energy, though, that energy is going to start putting you're going to be addressing your energy with others, which is going to then change their energy, which is beautiful. I've done it and I love it. And so it's very important for us to maintain and keep that energy. That's why I wanted to, have this show and definitely have you on my show, because we can really push that. And I think weight and your looks are sometimes the biggest hindrance in us becoming our beautiful, amazing best self.
Yeah, because we're told day in and day out that that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Like, why is whether or not I can wear some skinny little bikini this summer mean I'm good or bad?
Right.
Like, that's just not right. I mean, yes, it's important to be healthy and to take care of yourself and make sure that you're doing all the things that you need to live a long, healthy life. But that doesn't mean you have to starve yourself every day just so you can fit into a size 2 skinny jean from wherever,
or 00.
Yeah,
I saw a 00 pair of shorts. I was like, there's no meat.
Yeah, that's for like 10-year-old girls. That's not
right.
I mean, if you're 00, I'm sure you're beautiful and you're wonderful.
Yes.
I'm the same for me. I'd be like my thigh. So.
Right. But I mean, I'm thinking, yes, that is. That's tiny.
That is tiny.
That is tiny.
But tiny is beautiful too.
Tiny is beautiful too. Exactly. I agree. I agree. But I'm saying that because I got curves. I got hips.
Exactly same.
I'm looking at these going, I would never be able to put anything of me.
I don't have hips, but I definitely have like some really nice leg thighs going on, and I don't know if I can even pull it over them. So
right, exactly. So again, that just goes to say that we are all made differently.
Yes.
Absolutely. We are made in 00. We are made all the way up to
triple XL or
whatever the size is, and size should not matter. Now, it does matter if it's causing health issues. Exactly. Like what you were saying. So I do feel that is definitely something that needs to be addressed. If you're having health issues, make sure you're taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
And
it's not about being skinny. It's about being healthy and taking
yes.
care of you and your family, because chances are you're not the only person in your family, and I'm sure they would love to see you stick around for a while. So
yes, exactly. And in your family too, if you have those, like in my family, majority of my family, like we're not skinny minis, we have some weight on us. And so I've always had, like you, I've always had problems, and I've always had this like mindset of the negativity with my weight. And so it has definitely been a hardship for me, because I've heard my mom, say it all the time. Oh, I can't eat this. And she'd feel guilty after eating ice cream. So then every time I would eat something sweet, I would feel really super guilty. I never did throw up or anything, but I did have thoughts of doing it. I had thoughts.
Same.
But I took myself away from that. I was like, no, I am not doing that. I am not doing that. There is a better way to do this.
Yeah. God bless me with the fact that I absolutely hate throwing up. So
yeah,
I was like,
same.
okay, good. I'm not going to worry
Thank
about that.
Thank you. Right? Thank you. Because I think if I wouldn't have minded it, it probably would have been a different storyline.
Like, I don't mind throwing up. Go ahead.
Yes. And so if you are doing that, though, that is very, very unhealthy for you.
Seek some help, seek some counseling, seek some guidance somewhere. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. Because food is good for you. We need
yeah.
food. Food is keeping that metabolism burning. And if we're not.
If you're going to like Whataburger, trust me, I love you, Whataburger. My daughter does
Right.
too. She'd kill me if I never took her again. But if you're going there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you might want to rethink that.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
That again is not a weight thing; it's a health thing.
It is 100%, 100%. So, Bruce and Shelly Curl, hello, good morning, beautiful ladies. They said good morning to you guys, and they love them.
I love them so much. I met them in Puerto Vallarta.
Oh,
and
you did?
They're the cutest couple ever. And I love y'all. Thank you for listening and watching. And I miss you guys.
Yes, thank you for listening. That's awesome. I love couples like that.
Yeah, they're the best.
Oh my
They're
gosh.
cute.
Yes.
There were like a big group of them that was there, and it was so much fun. And actually, I use their friend Dana for travel stuff now. She's a travel agent. So I use her when I go places a lot. So
hi,
sweet.
Guys. Hello. All right, I'm checking it out. All right, so we still got some time. So I want to go back to the positive vocabulary.
Yep.
So one of the tools that we were talking about is having, of course, the gratitude and the affirmations first thing in the morning, having your mirror all set, seeking somebody if you are so. And I don't know the best way. I'm trying to think of the best way to put this.
Tools.
Yeah, without the hope or tools, definitely seek somebody out that can help you get there. Right. I definitely agree with that 100%.
And it's baby steps, guys.
It is. It's not going to happen overnight. And this is one thing I was talking about on my last show is results. We're human and we want results. If we don't see results, a lot of times we give up. Don't give up.
Yeah.
The results aren't going to happen right away. It doesn't even happen in business, right?
No,
so we have to stay positive, and that goes back to our business stuff. Look, a positive mindset is key. And any entrepreneur, any $1 million, $1 billion entrepreneur is going to tell you that their mindset is what got them there. their
You can't
mindset.
give up, and you have to be prepared to fail because you will fail.
You absolutely
It's
will.
just part of the beast,
Yeah.
You will fail.
And you got to look at that. Is somebody ringing the doorbell?
Yeah, some lady.
Okay. Can you? I'm gonna Brittney take us away.
Oh goodness.
Keep
Okay.
it going. I'll be right back.
Oh gosh. Yeah. See, I don't do this very often, so I'm a little flustered. But as we were saying, like it's just important for. I don't even remember what we were just saying because I got squirreled by the person ringing the doorbell. But for positivity, as far as the affirmations, things like that, like I even have one in my car. I have one on my review mirror, and my boyfriend's son asked me the other day, he goes, why does it say stop on your review mirror? And the reason that's there is because I bet a lot of you can probably relate with me on this, but I, especially when I'm driving stuck in traffic or by myself in my car, oh man, do I go down rabbit holes in my mind and things like that. So having that on the rearview mirror,
Keep slamming the door.
having that on the rearview mirror for me, definitely like I'll look up, because usually when I'm thinking negatively or something like that in the car, I tend to look up at the mirror at myself because I don't know why. It's like almost like I'm talking to myself.
Yeah.
And so by having that there, it reminds me like, hey, stop. This isn't good. Stop, because I overthink everything all the time.
Same.
So by having
how
that
many of us don't do that? Like,
know.
raise your hand if you overthink.
If you don't, please tell me how to stop, because that would be great.
Well, I can help you there. It is quieting the mind. I think what you're going with, what you've got on your rearview mirror, I feel like that is like dead on right there. Although for me, I would have to feel like I'd have to put something different than stop.
A little more positive.
Yeah. But that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. It is whatever works for you. Right. And that's something that I've also come to terms with too, and to understand, like, just because it works for me doesn't mean it's necessarily always going to work for somebody else.
Right.
There are different ways of approaching these tools. And that's why I give different ideas and different perceptions of how to, maybe change your mindset too, because a lot of times it's a challenge.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, but you keep doing that, and that's great. And the awareness, being aware
is the biggest part. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Once catching yourself thinking those things and stopping yourself, or pausing yourself. Maybe pause is the better word for you.
Ooh,
but
yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yes. Pause button. Pause.
Yeah, pause. Let's pause this thought. Let's
Quiet.
Chill out for a second. Rethink. Redirect. Let's go this way instead of that one.
Yes,
So,
please.
yes, exactly. So it
Yeah, I
is
love that.
that way. But for me, I enjoy having that there. But sometimes, like anything, you have something somewhere long enough, you start looking past it and not seeing it. So a lot of times I don't even see the word there sometimes. But there's been a few times where it's been prevalent, and I look up and I'm like, okay, yep, yeah, I need to stop right now.
Yeah, but again, like, so say you're not in your car and you're driving and you're out and about, and you don't have that in front of your face.
Yeah.
What do you feel that you do at that point in time?
For me, I still struggle with a lot of self beat ups, I guess you could call it, or beating myself up all the time, but I've gotten a lot better with it. But I do try to just tell myself different things, or I'll listen to, for me, I worship is a big deal for me. So I listen to worship music, especially if I'm in a bad mood or a bad place, and it helps redirect my mindset. Just because it's all positivity, it's all love and support and things like that. So even if you aren't a Christian or whatever, listening to positive music or happy songs or things like that, or just call a friend that makes you laugh. You don't necessarily have to tell them that you're upset or that you're anything like that. Just be like, hey, I just wanted to talk to you, and know that they're going to make you at least change your mindset for a minute. Or look up funny videos on your phone. I mean, gosh, we're all on our phones constantly anyways. And how many funny cat videos do you think are out there? I mean, a bazillion.
There's so many, and they're so cute.
And if you're not a cat person, whatever, pick something else. I don't know. People falling down. I don't know. But there's lots of things you can do nowadays, as far as versus back in the day when you had nothing technology wise. You just kind of had to figure it out, and they didn't have counseling back then either. And
right.
Call a friend that knows that you're struggling. Or just, there's some people that they have like a mantra they say to themselves every day, and
that's really good, because I was about to go there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you have a positive mantra that you use every day and you catch yourself in a negative mindset, just start repeating your positive mantra. And
absolutely.
EDMR is a great tool or EMD. I can never say it in the right series, but it's a counseling tool that I went and had done, and it's really for PTSD trauma people who've been through a lot. And so I at first thought it was a joke. I'm like, this is stupid, but it really was great. And by the time I actually embraced it, I was like bawling every session. But like, you use sensory things, like a smell that takes you somewhere happy,
Yes.
or a thought. Like if you start thinking bad things, go to your happy place. Like you have to close your eyes, breathe in deep, and imagine that happy spot that brings you calm. And then it helps you rethink things or bring that emotion down, that anxiety down. The smell one's great because you can keep a little thing of essential oils or whatever in your purse or in your pocket or in your car.
Yes.
And when you
Essential oils are
stress,
huge. Yes.
just smell it and close your eyes, take a minute, breathe. So there's lots of things you can do.
And they have one that's actually called Stress,
Okay.
which I really love. It actually smells really good, and that's really helpful as well. But I love what you said there with mantra, and then also, going to your happy place. Now, for me, that is meditation. Me being in a quiet, when we really start to really understand our awareness and really start to understand who we are as a being, as this energy, as this person, this human being, we're gonna have to come back. We're gonna be going to break. Oh, I got it. I was getting in there, Rose and I. So, hey guys, stay tuned, and I'm going to talk to you some more about how meditation can help with that as well.
Let's be honest. Wheelchairs are heavy, bulky, and ugly. If you carry a wheelchair in your car to take care of a loved one, you know how hard it is getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair in and out of your car. Introducing the Feather Chair Wheelchair. At 13 pounds, it's the world's lightest wheelchair. It folds in seconds and fits neatly in your trunk, backseat, or closet, so you can take it everywhere. And it's only available right here. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value, yours free. The Feather Chair. The world's lightest wheelchair is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. That's 800-823-5826.
Hey, there's something you forgot to do. It sure is hot. Are you sweating like a dog? Wait, what? Dogs don't sweat. Oh no, you forgot to get your window tinted. Whether it's the kitchen window that sits in the sun for the hottest part of the day, or you just got new wheels, call Sharp Window Tinting in Burleson. 817-615-9379, or look them up on the web, sharpwindowtint.com.
Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. You're listening to Joco Community Radio.
All right, are back. Welcome back, everybody. Joco Community Radio is proud to be the voice of Johnson County, Texas, and is live 24/7 on the TuneIn Radio Network. TuneInJoco.com is the place to find all the ways to listen and watch, and the station app is also available for free on Android and Apple devices. Simply search your store. Check out our lineup and more at JocoCommunityRadio.com. This episode and more brought to you by Patriot Claims, making your insurance work for you. Reach out to your Texas sales rep, 844-839-4245. Again, that's 844.tex.hail. I didn't need to say that dot. Be sure to dress your arms and more at thetiffy.com. So it's 844-839-4245.
You're so cute saying that. That was
I know.
adorable.
I was like,
I can do it. I love it.
Usually I do so much better too. I'm
No,
so
that
like,
was
what the
adorable.
hell?
I know, like,
What the hell?
sass. You got your sass.
I got my sass. I'm like, what? This is
My
ridiculous.
boyfriend was telling me that last night. He goes, you're so sassy. I'm like, no, I'm just a smart ass. He goes, no, you're sassy. I'm like, then what are you? He goes, I'm a smart ass. I'm like, no, honey, you're sassy. I'm like, there is no difference between smart ass and sassy. Excuse our language, whatever.
Yeah, that's okay. It's all right. We can do that. I have full reign to do that. We're
All
good.
right,
All right. So we were talking about, we were talking about like the meditation,
Yes, ma'am.
right?
Mhm.
So when you do go into a meditation, what happens is you're able to really quiet your mind, and then you're able to hear the things,
Mhm.
hear all the
Yeah.
things,
Mhm.
right? And when you start hearing all the things, it can be so eye-opening and uplifting to help you, honestly. And the more you do it, it honestly helps you daily to, when you are out and about, and it has worked for me. Not all the time. I am human, so I
Of
still
course,
fall
yeah.
short, right? But when I'm out and about, I'm able to flip that switch again because of my awareness, because
Right.
of all of the times that I was meditating, and my mind was open to listening
Mhm.
really to what's really going on.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
our emotions, we don't always understand our
Uh-uh.
emotions. When we get in fights with our spouses, our significant others, we don't understand what those are about all the
Not
time.
always, yeah.
And a lot of times it has nothing to do with them. It has
Mhm.
everything to do with ourselves.
Exactly. Our negativity, our personal bad space that we're in. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. So I think that, those negative words too. Oh, and let me bring this up. I really got to bring this up. So negative words, even towards your spouse,
Yes.
towards your significant other, towards
Sorry,
your
honey.
children. It's okay. This is something that happens
No, I
on a
know.
daily,
I know.
because look, we're living with somebody that is completely opposite somewhat. Like, we do have things that are similar, I'm sure,
course,
because
yeah.
you need to have some similarities. But we look at our spouses or our children sometimes in a negative view,
Mhm.
or negative words come
Yeah.
out.
Or we project our insecurities and our negative stuff on them when
Right.
it's not even, like you said, about them.
It's not about them. It's honestly about yourself.
Mhm. Yep.
And so recognizing that is huge. Being able to be aware of that is huge. Being able to change your vocabulary and your mindset when you're thinking about your children, your spouse, your significant other, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whomever, even friendships.
Yeah, friendships for sure.
Even friendships.
You can be ugly to your friends for no reason. Yeah.
Absolutely, like, God, what is wrong with her? She's being such a bitch. Like, that's very negative.
Yeah.
And instead of saying that, be aware. Oh, wait, did I really just say that about somebody I love and care about?
Right.
Oh, okay, wait, nope. And then take a step back and really think about it. Okay, why am I thinking she's being a bitch right now?
Yeah.
Or why am I thinking my husband's being an ass right now?
Mhm.
Or my boyfriend, or what is
Whoever,
really
yeah.
going on? And take some step back, and before you even approach that person with that negativity that you've got balled up,
Yes.
take a couple of steps back and really think about, okay, wait, what's really going on here?
Mhm.
Why am I really feeling this way?
Right. Did they really
towards
do
them?
anything, or is it something that I'm projecting?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I
Absolutely.
apologize a lot to my kids and my boyfriend because I am a very, very outspoken person. I am a big personality, and I don't have a big filter. I try sometimes, but I'm very blunt and I'm very honest. But it's meant out of love and respect. But it can come off as crass and rude sometimes, which is not my intention. So if I've ever been that way to y'all and you feel that way, please just tell me, and I'll be like, I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. But there are times where I am rude, or I'm being overly critical or rude, and I have to check myself, because sometimes you don't have the mental fortitude to stop before you say it. So sometimes we say it and we do it, and then we're like, well, crap.
Right.
And so I find myself a lot with my children, my boyfriend, and we go back and I go, you know what? I'm really sorry. This has nothing to do with you. Like, especially with my kids, I'm like, this has nothing to do. I'm sorry that I was being snappy with you. I'm just really tired. It's been a long day and I'm frustrated with work. And explain where it came from. They can forgive you or not, but at least you can let them know that, hey, because when you do that to your spouse or your children, they start feeling negative about themselves. Like, they think they did something wrong when they really
Yes.
didn't. And then that starts to build up in their minds and in their hearts. And then that leads to future problems for them.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
being aware enough of yourself to know that you're screwing up and it's your fault and that they didn't do anything, and then explaining, especially to children. I mean, men need it too. Sorry, guys.
Yes.
They do.
Yes.
But and like, I've done that with my boyfriend Cody. I've snapped at him or put things on him that were not his responsibility because of insecurities I have
Right.
and past hurts that I've been through that he didn't do to me, but he's having to pay the price for. And God bless his soul. And oh my goodness, he's such a good man, and he tolerates it for sure. But we have lots of really good talks, and we talk about things like that. Like, well, I do this, or I'm feeling this way. So have those talks with those people too.
Absolutely.
That's also ways of doing, because you're actually going to help them learn how to speak and be positive, because not everyone has those tools or anything like that. I've been in through so many years of counseling. I use the I feel statements all the time. I feel this, I feel that. And that's actually a good way to talk to yourself too.
Yeah.
If you start talking negative to yourself and you're like, why am I talking like this? Then go, well, I feel sad or I feel overwhelmed. And then, okay, break that down. Well, why do I feel overwhelmed?
Yeah.
And then when you get down to the core reasons, you can actually start addressing them, and it changes your mental attitude as well.
Absolutely.
So there's all kinds of things you could do. Like the meditation you said, I've tried it before. And I had a friend of mine, when I did it that morning, I was normally snappy and angry because I've been so stressed out. I did it that morning, didn't tell them. And then we did a whole bunch of work that day, and they're like, wow, you're in a great mood today. And I was like, I think so too. So it can work, you know,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it does.
Yes.
So they're all worth trying. But yeah, but apologizing when you know you're wrong is a big deal too, just so everybody knows.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, we all go through things, and like storms happen in life, and, these things, they can become quite stressors, and stressors are going to be a big, huge portion of why those feelings that may not need to come out the way they're coming out come out, right? So one of the things that I've been working on with myself is, because this has been, and I keep hearing it from multiple people around me too, that this has been a very stressful couple of months, and I've caught myself saying it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, no. Like yesterday I had like a whole awakening in my
Good.
life, because I was just quiet. I was just doing me yesterday, and I was by myself all day pretty much. And I really used that to be able to open my mind back up to, okay, what's really going on with me?
Right.
I have not been myself. I have not been acting myself. I've been more quiet lately, which is not me. I'm very bubbly and
Yes.
outgoing, and
Yes.
I'm always talking, right?
We're not like that. We're not like each other at all in that way.
We're not like each other at all, right? So, yes, we are. But that is something like that happens, and I know that happens. I'm very aware when I get quiet and when I stop talking to my friends and my people that I love and care about. A lot of times that's because I'm going through so much that I'm feeling that overwhelmingness, and I'm feeling the stress, and I just don't know where to put it or how to handle it.
Yeah. So you just internalize it and crawl back inside yourself and just try to figure it out, because it's easier to.
It's easier to do
honestly, it's
that.
harder if you really think about it. It's harder to do that
Right.
because you're taking it all on if you just talk a little bit to someone or do that sort of thing. It's actually so much easier, because once you actually open your mouth and you do it,
Yeah.
it just flows out like a freaking waterfall.
Absolutely.
So, but we're all strong women out there and men out there. We're taught, you just take it on your own. You figure it out. It's nobody else's problem. Don't be a burden on people. And that is bullshit.
It is.
And
It
what are
is.
people here for if not to lean on each other?
Exactly. It's like this.
ridiculous.
I've got a quote that I heard from Jay. I said it to you earlier.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
great. I love it. I am a person through other people. My humanity is tied to yours.
Yeah.
So we are all connected.
Yeah.
And we need to stay that way. We have, that is what we are here for. We are here to love. We are here to be connected with one another. And so, yeah. So me secluding myself was not good.
No, but we do it. We all do
We
it
do,
because we
yes.
don't know where to start or what to do or who to talk to. And then again, don't want to be a burden on someone because they probably have their own stuff going on. But yeah, guess what? When you start talking about your problems, they're going to start talking to you about theirs. And guess what? You both can meet mutually on common ground and realize, wow, okay, I'm not alone in the one struggling here. And it actually helps.
Yeah.
Everyone needs someone to talk to. Just because you think you're the only one struggling, you're not.
No.
And I do it all the time too. I'm like, I don't want to call anyone or do anything or ask for help. And then people always go, well, why didn't you call me? It's like, well, I guess I just never thought of it.
Yeah.
And that's a mentality change we have to make as well, is to
Yes.
make it okay in our minds to discuss these things with people and to be open and to be exposed and vulnerable, which is a very, very scary thing for a lot of people. But you
Yeah.
can't expect to have change. You can't expect for you to get rid of all those toxins and those poisons if you don't cut it open and let it out.
Yes.
So, and the
So
only-
true.
Yeah. Right?
It's so
Yeah,
true. It's so true. So yeah. And so, but and I know one of the things that was really bothering me and stressing me out was, my husband's situation that he's
Yeah.
been going through. Well, what's awesome is this morning when I approached him about some things, it was very eye-opening even for me. I was like, wow, the previous Darren and Diana years ago, if we were to have this conversation years ago, it would never have been like this.
Mhm.
It would never have been this good.
Oh, good,
Right.
yeah.
And so for me to have been able to just approach him in a way that is loving and caring, because look, a lot of times
Yeah, I
when
gotta
we
get
have
better at that.
and that's the thing, that's what
Yeah.
and that's what we're here to talk about, because
Yeah.
positive, right?
Mhm.
Positive vocabulary. When we're at our husband saying, well, you need to fix yourself. There's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
We
We're
are
beating them
causing
up.
a negative.
Yeah.
We're beating him up. We're making him feel worse than he probably already feels about
Right.
himself, right?
Right.
So when I came at him like, hey, why are you limiting yourself? You have no limitations.
Yeah.
There is
Give him
all
hope.
these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are all these things. There's all these wonderful things that are out there that maybe you're, disregarding, and you shouldn't
Because you
be.
think you fit in this one little
Yeah.
category instead of all the other ones that are available
Right.
to you.
Why hold
Yeah.
yourself in a box? You're incredible. There's so many things that you can do.
Absolutely.
Right. So that really, like, I just saw him light up, and I saw like a complete difference in his
That's great.
energy, because I approached him with a better energy.
Right.
And that is so true with everybody and all of our friends and family. We really have to look at that too. Just because we might be in a positive mindset and we might have this, great positive energy, and we're not trying to project that on other people. But, when you're surrounded by it, a lot of
Mhm.
times it can affect you if you
Mhm.
allow it to, right?
Right.
And then once you allow it to affect you, you start affecting others with that.
Right.
It's like, it is definitely like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not a pandemic. I don't want to put pandemic, because we've all been talking about that shit too much.
Like a virus?
Like a virus.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like a virus. It spreads.
Mhm.
That energy, that negative energy
Mhm.
is like a bad virus,
Yeah.
and it will spread.
And positivity does the same thing too. So it's
Positivity.
which virus do you want to spread?
Exactly. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Yes. See, guys, that's why I had her on the show this morning. I was like, we need to do this.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
This is not helping just me, but this is
Yeah,
helping
some
both of us.
Yes,
Yes. I love
absolutely.
it. I love it.
Yeah, because
And that's
even
what
if
it's
you've
about.
had the tools for years,
Yeah.
you still need daily reminders of,
Oh, absolutely.
hey, check yourself.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I need to be better. I've been so hard on a lot of people in my life recently, including my boyfriend. But a lot of us do it because we think we're helping.
Yeah.
We think we're giving them the push they need to do better and be who we know that they can be. But it's not up to us for
No.
who they're going to be or what any of that. It's up to them. And either y'all fit as friends or relationships or not. But you projecting what you believe is best for them doesn't help anyone, because then it causes resentment and negativity and arguments. And then
Mhm.
again, like you said, they start to feel bad about themselves because why aren't I enough? And it's not that you're not enough. It's just we're projecting things onto you that don't belong there.
Right.
So sorry, honey.
Right. Sorry, baby. So when we do that too, we got to think about how that can affect, future, right?
Right.
Because if you continue to put that and hold that, and both of you are holding on to that, there now comes the separation.
Yes.
Because there's that, well, she doesn't love me anymore.
Yeah.
Or he
she's
doesn't
always so
love me
negative
anymore.
towards me,
Or
and
she's so
I'm
negative
not
towards
enough
me.
for
I'm not
her.
enough
Yeah.
for her. And then what happens after that? They start seeking somewhere else, right?
Mhm.
Because we need to feel loved.
Yes.
We need to feel desired.
Mhm.
We need to feel that we are worthy.
Absolutely.
And so that's one thing I would add to all of your mirrors is I am worthy.
Yeah, that's a good one actually.
I am worthy. And also put on there I have no limits.
Yep.
There are
That's a
no
good one.
limitations to my life.
Yeah. Mhm.
Except for those that I put on myself.
Exactly. Yeah. Anything is possible. Literally anything is possible.
Right.
And if you try it and it fails, that's fine.
Try
something
again.
else or
Yeah.
try again. Yeah.
Right.
Try it in a different way or
Approach it in a
yeah,
different way. Maybe it's
exactly.
your mindset.
It could be your mindset.
And
Yeah.
a lot of things, it is mindset, like even business. If you are struggling in your business, it is the mindset. And I had to realize that too.
Yeah.
Because again, what are we hearing in real estate?
Oh gosh.
There's
It's so hard
so
right
much
now.
negative.
It's so hard.
Yes.
It's so this or nobody can ever get into a house anymore. And that's
Right.
not true
It's
because
not.
I got 2 people into do ones just the other month or whatever. So
Right.
it just and sometimes it's harder. It doesn't
It
mean that it's
is.
impossible. It's
No.
just harder.
You just have to work harder.
Yes.
You just have to work harder.
Yeah.
And if you really want something and you work hard enough and you
It's
set
worth
your
working for.
mindset right, things will start falling into your place.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Mhm.
and so and I know that you with me, like we have been struggling with that because we have been hearing a lot of that negativity. Oh, the interest rates are so high,
Mhm.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And so maybe even in your business, those that of you are listening, maybe you've been hearing some negativity within your business or where you work. That's where you have to separate it.
Yeah.
You have to separate it. Like, look, if those people want to think that way, that's fine. They are not going to change my mind.
Right. Yeah, my boyfriend recently just kind of, because I've been, like I said, I have the bar and everything as well. And I am that person where I am gung ho. I'm going to do things. I want it to get done. I want to do it right. And I want it to be super successful. And with the bar, I had in my mind, oh, like I've been working so hard. This is going to take off. This is going to be great. And here I am still waiting to get private events. And so the goal for my bar is private events, but we've been going to festivals and things like that, which is that is a success. That is a good thing. Even though we're paying to be there, we're being in front of people, we're handing out brochures, we're talking about the business, but I get so negative minded about it. And I start giving up and being like, well, this is never going to succeed. This is never going to be where I need it to be because we're not making money yet. But then my boyfriend has to remind me, he goes, you've been doing this for 2 months. Like, it's not going to be a huge overnight success. I mean, some people have that blessing and they are,
Right.
but it's very, very rare.
It is very rare. Yeah.
And
businesses don't
yeah.
happen overnight.
And I need to
or get
be
successful overnight.
more positive in my mindset of, hey, good job, Brittney. You got this many events to put your bar in front of this month. And you did this month. And you've been like, you're working hard and you've accomplished this. Like, think about the things that you're accomplishing, even if it's not the major goal you set for yourself.
Right.
Because every small accomplishment, every small win will lead you there.
Absolutely.
You just can't give up. And I do get into that mindset where I give up when it starts to get really hard. So I'm blessed to have Cody there to remind me and be like, hey, no, this is going to be good. This is going to be great. Let me help you.
Right. And you have Diana.
And Diana. Yes. And Diana.
Sorry, Cody. I'm going to be helpful too.
Hey,
okay.
No, please. I need all the help I can get, mental and physical. So
just forgot about me. I'm just kidding.
Never.
I know
Never,
you
never.
wouldn't. I know you wouldn't. I know you wouldn't. We love each other too much.
Yes. Ma'am.
So, and I do. I agree with that because that is a huge thing, and results. It goes back to that results, right? We want to see results. When we don't start seeing results, that's when a lot of people will give up.
Mm-hmm.
But you and I, we are very motivated. We're highly motivated. We don't give up easily.
No.
We do not.
Yeah, because failure is like the worst thing for me. That's like my biggest thing. If I hate to fail.
It's vocabulary.
Well,
vocabulary. It's okay to fail.
It is okay to fail.
Okay to
yes.
fail.
And it is okay to fail. And I've gotten a lot better with that.
That's good.
But that's also where my motivation comes from. Cause like, I don't want to fail.
Right.
It's not because I can't handle it if it does, because it's happened in the past. I've had businesses before and they didn't necessarily fail, but for circumstances they had to stop or whatever. But that feeling of, I guess the failing isn't the problem. It's the feeling of I could have done more and I didn't.
I understand
and that's
that.
the give up thing.
Yeah.
Is I gave up. And so that's the failure. The only time you ever fail is if you give up.
Right. Exactly.
So I don't want to ever give up.
Right. No.
Yeah.
I like
And
that.
so,
Change
yeah.
it to that. That sounded so much better.
Yeah.
Yes. I love it. So see where vocabulary,
That's true.
And you guys are listening too, but anywhere vocabulary can hinder you.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't always think about it like that. Like I have to be reminded, don't get me wrong. There are times where I say things and it's like, I love when somebody reminds me, hey, why are you saying that? Like my husband, he'll say, did you just say can't? We don't say can't in our house. And I'm like, you are absolutely correct.
Yes.
What was I thinking? And again, it's because we've heard these things. We've been taught wrong for so many years. And because of being taught wrong for so many years, we've got this mindset. And that's why like changing your mind and changing your mindset, it's not going to happen overnight.
No.
It takes time.
Yeah.
It really does. And it takes the awareness that once you have the awareness, what you do, it's already going to go uphill from here.
Right.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and I look at it like this, all right, I failed at this. And it's like what you said. What did I do that got me to where I did not succeed in this?
Right.
And then start working on those things.
What changes could I have made? Where could I have done better? Where could I have built stronger? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And then when you start looking at it like that, okay, all right, I'm going to write these things down. Like this is what I'm going to change for the next time I need to do this. This is what I'm going to do to make this more positive and also make this, to where it will happen the way I wanted it to happen originally. Right. Because a lot of times we throw ourselves into things like, we throw ourselves into these things.
Not impulsive at all.
No. Right?
No.
But then when we do, like, we love it, we're passionate about it, we've committed.
Mm-hmm.
And then, now it's just like, okay, how do I stay committed?
Mm-hmm.
How do I stay in a positive mindset in all of the things that I'm doing? And how do I stay in control of myself and my feelings and my emotions
we can control
and my vocabulary.
Reminder.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I think that meditation, yes, I'm going to go back to it because I'm a huge believer in meditation.
And even if you don't want to do meditation because you don't feel comfortable with it yet, just taking, especially if you have kids and like your whole morning and everything is usually just bombarded with things and it's because if your day starts off chaotic, your whole day is going to be chaotic.
Absolutely.
Because you're never going to be able to quiet your mind. I mean, you will if you take like a lunch break, and even if you do it on your lunch break, you don't have to do it in the morning. Just go sit in
you
your
can
car.
do it multiple times a day.
Go sit in your
Meditation
car,
can
take
be all day.
20 minutes, take 15 minutes, take 30, whatever you have available. Like for me, when my kids were younger and I was a stay-at-home mom, when I started trying to change my mindset on things, I would just go outside with my cup of coffee and just sit in the quiet before anybody else woke up and just think like happy thoughts and good things, and then take a deep breath and then go wake your kids up. Because if you get up and you're in a bad mood and you go wake up your kids and you're in a bad mood, guess what? They're going to be in a bad mood.
That's right.
And then their bad mood's going to make you in a worse mood, and vice versa. And you guys are just going to domino affect each other. And then your husband gets home from work and he goes, what the hell happened? Where did I walk into?
Right.
And he didn't even do anything. So it all domino effect.
And I will say, I am in love with the Calm app. If you're not comfortable with meditation, the Calm app would be a great beginner tool for you. I pay for it. It's not much a year. I think it was like $5 or something for the year or something. It's nothing. So I pay for it. At first I was very hesitant in wanting to pay for it. I was like, I'm gonna just do this for the free, but you miss out on a lot of good stuff when you do that. So I highly, highly suggest putting the Calm app on your phone, because like what she's saying, when you go out to drink your coffee outside and step away from the definitely get out of where you're used to. I love the outside. Being outside.
I'm an outside person, so
right? Right, exactly. And if
Brings
you're
me
an
peace.
inside person, wherever that peaceful place for you
your
is.
closet is your peaceful place. Go in your closet and shut the door.
Yes, yes. I love it. I mean, I won't go in my closet. My closet is way too chaotic. I need to do something about that before I can
That
even
probably
step
wouldn't
foot
bring
in
any
there.
peace.
That would not bring any peace. But yes, you need to think about a clean, a clean space, that is,
not going to make you start thinking about cleaning the house or this, that, and the other. Just thinking of nothing.
Exactly. To where you can really, really, really clear your mind. And that Calm app, I'm telling you, if you start even with just that, and then you go through your day and have like little small meditation, spots. And I highly suggest breathing 3 times, 3 big breaths in and out. And when you exhale, at first, when I first started doing meditation to help myself become a better version of myself, I had to say, let go. Every time I exhaled, I said, let go. Every time I exhaled, and I let go of some of those. Now it would be something, and it would be when I was quiet. So I already knew what my subconscious was wanting me to let go of. And it's crazy. Your consciousness and your subconsciousness, right? Your subconsciousness knows so much more about you than you do. That's why I think
That's why we block it.
meditation. Yeah, exactly. That's why meditation and everything, I feel, is such a huge thing. Now, there's one thing I want to say before we head out too. All right. So there is a Dr. Emoto, I hope I said it right. Dr. Emoto, he did a study, okay? And this is what he found out. So your consciousness affects the molecule structure of water.
Really?
Yes. As energy vibrates through water, it also affects your body. If the energy in your body is negative, it creates unpleasant crystals. But if it's positive, beautiful crystals form. And you guys can Google this and look at all the different crystal molecules that he did when he said negative words to the water, how the crystals were shattered and not, together. But when he said positive, how beautiful and structured they were.
The same as with the plants, remember?
Yes.
There's studies done with that too. Like they play the negative music or negative words to the plants and they wither and they die. And then the positive ones like grow beautiful and strong. And
absolutely.
It's crazy.
So, and I want you to think about this. Think about this. We are not only made up of energy, but we're made up of water.
Yep, we are. We're 80 or 90% water, something like that.
I think we're 80%.
Yeah, we're some high number. Yeah, some high number.
So I definitely wanted to leave you guys with that, because like that just really confirms what we're talking about today.
Absolutely.
It 100% confirms. I mean, a doctor did a study on it, and you guys can look him up. Dr. Emoto.
How do you spell it?
It's Emoto.
Okay.
And his first name is Masaru, which is Masaru. Masaru. Did I say that? So again, your consciousness is what can affect everything.
Right.
So your subconscious, when you go into meditation, your subconscious is what knows more about you than your consciousness, because your consciousness still has all of that past like influence,
those walls up,
the walls, the negativity that has been spoken to you in your history. So, I mean, huge, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
that is awesome.
I want us all to take these last couple of minutes, and we're just going to take a big inhale in and exhale, let go. And do that one more time for me, guys. Breathe in. And you guys, I hope that you guys I know you're going to have an awesome day. Let me take that back. Vocabulary. Yes, I know you're going to have an amazing day. Guys, think positive thoughts all day. And we look forward to seeing you next Wednesday. Love you.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Brittney. Bye, guys.
From Burleson to Venus and Grandview to Godley, this is the voice of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.